So like the title says, DJ Academics might be done. So DJ Academics, the thing with DJ Academics and this SA allegation, or should I say the RAPE allegation and defamation, is that for one, first and foremost, this is why you hear people like me, quote unquote older people who got some experience, people who've been through some stuff in the streets and just in life in general. That's why you hear people like me say stuff like, I don't be around people, you know what I'm saying? I don't be around a lot of dudes. I don't be having nobody at my house. Most of my family can't even tell you where I live at. Only a handful of people has ever been to my house anywhere I've been in the past, damn near at least 10 years, 15 years probably, you know what I'm saying? And that's for a reason. That's not to be cool or cute or sound like that's for a reason. Because for one, nothing good comes out of hanging in the street. Nothing good comes out of hanging with dudes. I'll tell you that for a fact. Nothing good. Unless you're around dudes that are, for one, mature, for two, not into no type of criminal element, you know what I'm saying? Not into any type of thing with the streets, none of that street stuff. It's just a recipe for disaster, man. I can't tell you how many times, how many people around me and how many people I know went down, even myself got caught up in stuff just because of other people, you know what I'm saying? Being around the wrong people, other people. But he's young, so I'll give him that much. He's young, he's still learning, you know what I mean? That's just the type of thing that happens when you're young, you're still learning. But here's where he might have some real problems at. From what I hear him, I remember when he first came out talking about this like a couple months ago. But the fact that this girl lived in Pennsylvania and she came to his house and something happened to her at his house, just like we're seeing with all this Diddy stuff and everything, that gives this the possibility that this thing could turn federal. And at this point, there's no criminal charges brought against him. From what I understand, it's because the girl didn't press charges on him. You know what I'm saying? But if that's true and she didn't press charges, if I'm academics, I'm not thinking. Do not take that as you being in the clear because this girl didn't press charges on you yet. If the only reason there's not criminal charges pressed on academics, do not take that as telling yourself that you're in the clear of criminal charges being pressed. Joker, they can cut. She got up to. I'm not sure what the statute of limitations is on something like that, but a regular crime, certain lawsuits and stuff. I think you got 2 years, but for the most, I think universal statute of limitations is 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? I know the police got 7 years for most cases, but as far as somebody pressing charges on you, I'm not sure if they got 7 years or if it's 2 or whatever the case may be. It's nothing for her to go down there and then want to press charges. You know what I'm saying? So criminal charges. That don't mean that she'll have good criminal charges to press, because the fact that she said that she don't remember nothing kind of, you know what I'm saying, puts her in a situation to where what could she really prove because she don't remember stuff that happened. But given with some of the stuff that he said out of his own mouth about her being there, and some of the things he said on his own videos, I mean, I'm gonna give him the same grace that I extend everybody else in this type of situation. If you watch me, you know I'm not one of the people that's for all the piling on. I'm not with all that. I'm especially before all the evidence comes out. I'm not one of them people that are cool with convicting somebody off hearsay or just because. Everybody should have the right to have their day in court. Because if we don't have that, then what do we have? We have a goddamn reckless and just rambunctious society where anybody can just go out and say anything about anybody, and you just lose your livelihood and your life and everything over an accusation that may or may not be true and hasn't been proven. So I think that just that fact alone, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with the whole piling on thing. Just like with Diddy or anybody else, Bill Cosby, anybody you can name. I'm not the person for that, so I'm not going to be like that here either. But in his situation, some of the stuff that he was saying out of his own mouth has been problematic. He should take his lawyer's advice and not say nothing about this stuff at all, nothing else. Because this is where ego comes into effect. Down based solely on ego. Believe it or not, man, I saw people's ego right into the jailhouse, walked them right into a trap, walked into an ass whooping, a beat down, getting down. Your ego can walk you into the most darkest places if you don't get that shit under check. Sometimes you gotta just know when to just look bad at the moment, especially if you know for a fact or if you feel like you can overcome something. Because it's not always about if you're guilty or not. It's about what could somebody prove. It's not about whether you did it or not. It's about what could be proven. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, in the midst of an accusation and what can actually be proven, if you got a messed up ego, your ego in that midst of that time is what can destroy you before you're able to, you know what I'm saying, uh, get yourself released from the courts, and hit the like button. God damn, 24 people up in here. Hit the like button. Jesus, goddamn Christ, hit the goddamn like button. One like. But I was saying the fact that this girl came from Pennsylvania to New Jersey, and this is the other thing. People that be doing, like, especially when it comes to people that got money with these accusations, whenever they're true, if they're true, whatever, like all this spiking drinks and giving girls drugs that they don't know about. It's like, I don't understand where this, like, yeah, I grew up hearing about stuff like that. Me, myself, I've never been a fan of none of that type of stuff, man. It just, and then when you got money, it's like, once you're already famous and then you have money on top of that, there's so many other ways to be able to get chicks. Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know, man. So, but like, and that's only, who knows if this stuff is true or not. You know what I'm saying? Um, Somebody put something on there. I can't see what it says though. But he needs to, for one, stop about. And earlier I did a short earlier talking about it is kind of ironic how this thing came about now, right after he was talking all this stuff. And also you got to keep in mind too that he interviewed Donald Trump Jr. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that can also put you in the cross enemies in places that you don't even see and can't even imagine. People that got way more access, way more pull than Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you messing with people who are way above a Meek Mill stature. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just gotta be careful, man. And that's the messed up thing about, like, when people are young sometime and get money for the first time. A vital lesson in having money, trust what I tell you, this is the most important thing about having money. I'm going to tell you for a fact, the most important thing about having money is losing money. You have to have money and then lose it to really know how to work with money and how to identify and look at and proceed with money. Because people that have money for the first time, it's real easy to make bad decisions when you got money for the first time. It messes your ego up. It alters your reality. You know what I'm saying? Things that you thought, like, everything is just totally distorted. That's why it's good when you get money for the first time and then you lose it for whatever reason, and then you get it back. You know what I'm saying? And you come back up. That's when you have the right type of clarification. You see things in a proper perspective. You have a little bit more knowledge. You know what to do and what not to do. Because your first come up, that first rise up, whether it's in the streets or whatever it is, business, YouTube, whatever it is, when you have that first rise of success, man, that first wave of success could really mess you up. Like, I've been there and done that. Just on some street stuff, getting money in the street. And I ain't saying like no kingpin, like I was the big guy, and none of that. I'm just saying, just doing what I was doing, coming up, make a couple of, you know what I'm saying? That first time up can mess you up if you ain't prepared for it, man. That's why they say experience is what, you know what I'm saying? But only certain things can give you experience. And I think in Akademiks' case, having this money he got, he probably didn't have money, never had money like this before, never had this kind of attention before. And then when he got it, it went to his head and just altered his vision in many different ways. First and foremost, like I said, the ego. He got to learn how to be quiet, stop talking about this case. Don't think you can just go up there, oh, chat, this is what happened, chat, what's up, this what, The law do not respect that. I don't care I don't care how you try to sound. The law do not respect that. You go up there and say the wrong thing in front of these people, they're going to use it. They're going to hold it and use it against you. You thinking you got good PR? Because yesterday I heard him say something about he thinks he got better PR than his lawyers do when it comes to like PR and stuff like that. Dude, you're making a big mistake. You know what I'm saying? Because you can easily go out here and say something, and then it can get um, chopped and screwed and clipped and edited and made to a way to make it's just better off just leaving the whole thing alone for now. You said what you said before. You are that's too late to take that back. Back a couple months ago, you said the whole story. Let whatever's out there just be the only thing that's out there about it. If I'm him, if I'm you, if you ever see this, I'm not going to say nothing else about this case at all. You know what I'm saying? Let this thing pass over, fight it in a court of law, and leave it at that, because the way he's going about it now ain't helping him. But that's about it, man. That's all I gotta say about that. But this thing can get worse for Academics, so he better humble himself, fall back, and just take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? And let the course process do what it gotta do.